welcome back to episode 29 in the Youthful Revolution series, featuring Immortal DC. Our first season in the Premier League is underway, and we got to take a look at the top 3 important matches I've played since the last episode. Third most important game to me was this one, a 1-0 win against Visao at home, and they are 13th in the league. And we only got one goal in this one. It was Gregolin who's gonna cut it back for Reinhardt, and Reinhardt is putting it in, and there he is, Da Silva on the back post. It was a very even game, as we can see from the statistics, and we got away with a win here. Very good, and Birocci as the player of the match, he had a couple of good saves as well, so really nice here. Second most important game to me was a 3-0 win against Chavez. Yes, a 3-0 win, and they are 11th in the league. First goal came from a penalty. This time Valencia do score. Da Silva is putting in the hard work and getting the ball back off them, and Da Pauler is bringing it back to Hopfer, who's gonna find Gregolin and he's gonna score. Hopfer down the line, and he's gonna cut it in for De Pauler, who's gonna bring it back to Hopfer. Hopfer into Gregolin, and a bit of a mess, but Ramirez at the back post, and he's gonna pick up his goal. Absolutely fantastic result. Might be the best one of the lot. To be honest, it might be the best one, but it's maybe not the most important one. But a 3-0 win here is massive. Gregolin, player of the match. I think he actually got 2 player of the match this far in this season, and yeah, I didn't expect that to happen, but he's been absolutely fantastic, this young kid. So I'm very happy about that. Key passes, 3 key passes in this one, 1 assist and 1 goal from Gregolin. That is really, really good. Again, Birocci here with 7.8, also doing really good in this game, bringing another clean sheet. But this is the most important match to me. A 3-2 win against Sporting at home, and they are 14th in the league. And here we got the first goal, Tangaglier into Gregolin, into Hopfer, and Hopfer, he's gonna cut it in for Gregolin, but Valencia is gonna pick up the goal here. But not many minutes later, we do see Gregolin take the ball off them, and he is gonna get his goal here. Tangaglier into Gregolin, and he do score once more. And we also do bring it to 3-0. Yes, we do bring it to 3-0. Hopfer with a cross here, and De Pauler is gonna head it in. But unfortunately, they do get back into the game here. A set-piece goal from a throw-in, and yeah, there we go. Birocci couldn't really do anything about it. Also, in the 80th minute, they do get another set-piece goal, unfortunately. Hey, that keeps happening for us, but yeah, there we go again. Again, no chance for Birocci. 4 minutes into the overtime, they do get a penalty to make it 3-3, but as we already know, Birocci. How on earth Birocci did not manage to get this player of the match, I do not know. It went to Hopfer, probably because of his assists. I mean, yeah, sure, 2 assists is really good here as well. But I think Sporting is underperforming massively this season. They are 14th, like I said, and I mean, they got some really good players out there. Karasma, I know this guy. I've seen this guy before. He's very, very good. I mean, they got some really incredible good players out there, but they just underperform. They're 14th in the league. But getting a win here with 3 shots on target and scoring on all of them, I think we FM'd them. They got 3.14 XG, and we absolutely FM'd them. Since the last time, we have played 8 games in total, with one of them being the League Cup, and also one of them being the FA Cup. Or PT Cup, sorry. Yeah, it's a not FA, PT Cup. 4 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. Not terrible at all. I'm actually I'm very, very happy with this. And of course, the 3 matches that I did show you was the 3 wins against Visao and Sporting and Chavez. Yeah, I mean, just getting results here is fantastic. And with those results in, we are currently sitting 9th in the league with 12 points, which I mean, we are even a little bit behind some of the guys that have played 10 games where we only have played 8. So I think this is just perfect. I mean, I couldn't have a... I thought we would definitely be down here, but being in the mid-table just now, I'm so happy about that. I'm really, really happy about that. We are also getting into the Portuguese Cup here. We got through it, and we are now in the, I think this is the 4th round or something like that, against Biramar next time. Yeah, 4th round against Biramar, which could be something we could beat. They are in the 3rd division, so not too bad there. And also over here in the Portuguese League Cup, we lost the first one against Porto, not too surprising. They're probably one of the, if not the best team, then definitely the 2nd best in Portugal. So we got a game today actually against BVT, so maybe we can pick up some points. wins, but I honestly don't see this League Cup as anything important to me. But we will play one game today against BVT. And in some other news, the transfer window was of course still open the last time around, or in the last episode. So there was a couple of outgoings. Well, actually, there was only really 2 outgoings, except from loans. The one of them is Santos here. He went for 325,000. I'm pretty happy with that because he was probably 4th choice goalkeeper. So getting money, or that kind of money from him, I am fairly happy with that. Also, our Youth Academy player, Igor, one of the original Youth Academy players, he was there to begin with, right? He's been sold. He's been sold. I didn't actually think that would happen. I tried to get him out on loan, but all of a sudden there was someone coming, what are they called? Familia Cow, who is actually one of our opponents in the league. They came in, and they came in big. They came in really big. Last transfer fee, 1.2 million. Yep, we got 1.2 million for this guy. I am extremely happy with that. And financially speaking, we are looking very, very good right now. As you can tell, we are creating more income than we are going out. So, and that's probably the TV rights and just being in the bigger league and stuff. So I could probably have spent more money on staff and also players than what we are doing. But that I didn't really know how much more we would generate in the biggest league here in Premier League. But apparently we are creating almost 100k every single month here. So that's really, really good. That means we can definitely spend a little bit more on wages in the future too. So overall balance is 2.3 million. And we do have 3 million in the transfer budget, which I'm probably not going to use. But hey, it's looking really solid in here. Actually, I haven't seen the projection. Let's see. Yeah, we are definitely in plus right now when it comes to projection. But I do want to spend probably a little bit more on the wages and getting likely better players in soon enough. Maybe in the winter, maybe in the summer. We'll see how it goes. If we can stay up, in the best league, we can definitely go out and spend a little bit more on players and also staff. So the first game today is gonna be, well, us trying to do the impossible, because we are up against Benfica. We are at home, but I don't think that's gonna matter much. They seem to be playing a 4-4-2 here. They got the likes of Goikers in there, and is there anyone else I know here? It's John Stones. Yeah, Stones is in there. Is that John Stones or what's it? Yeah, John Stones. Wow, that's gonna be tricky. Is that Garner? They got Garner? Okay, why not? James Garner is in there, fair enough. Bakayoko is also in there. They got some very good players, let's just say that. And also, as we can tell over here by the general performance, they are gonna beat us. I'm 100% sure these guys are gonna kill us, like 3, 4, 5-0 or something like that. But anyway, that's how it goes when you're up against the best in the league. So is there anything we can look at here in the strengths and weaknesses that we can use? Probably not, to be honest. I don't think so. I think they are gonna beat us comfortably here. Yeah, I mean, they are just good at everything. That's it. Kind of interesting to see how they're playing this 4-4-2 actually, because I think they will play a 4-4-2. And this is from one of their games where they actually were drawing away from home against Farense. So that's maybe a good indication of what could happen. Nah, we're not gonna draw. I don't believe we're gonna get a draw, but it looks like this box formation kind of thing. Very interesting to see. I mean, their fullback here is really far back, and the inverted, I think the Savio here must be an inverted winger or something like that. It's a very, very strange 4-4-2, that's for sure. And also without the ball, they seem to, it doesn't even look like a 4-4-2, does it? It's very narrow, it's very strange in its formation here. So one tactical thing that I actually have changed since the last time is that I have changed the ram darter to an inverted winger, because I feel like the inverted winger is just better overall to play with, and he's also on support instead of attacking right now. That could change, but I think for a game like this we probably would like, yeah, I think it's fine with just 2 of them up there as an attacking unit. But yeah, that's the only change that I have basically done. I don't think I actually changed anything in here, and if I did, you can see it right now. Yeah, I don't think I've changed anything. So now the question is, do we change anything for this game? Well, yeah, I think we do. I think we might as well change here, because I don't think we will be able to overlap and underlap here. I don't think it's gonna be happening. I also don't think we should play for set pieces. They're just way better in the air than we are. So I think we're just gonna try to hit early crosses and probably play extremely wide and extremely direct here, because they were that kind of narrow system. So I think something like this might be the best option for us. Do we want to time waste? No, I don't think so. We could try and play down the right and the left, because they seem to be fairly narrow, but I'm not too sure if that's a good idea or not. You know what, I'm gonna put it in there just to see if it works against them. But otherwise, it's just gonna be us sitting back and hopefully we could also try and just shoot on sight here. To be honest, I don't think we're gonna get many chances, so we might as well just shoot on sight when we do get close enough to do it. But as always, I'm not gonna change anything in transition or out of position. I don't really like doing that. I think this is just the best way we can set up compared to what is not banned. If I could, I would probably get stuck in, but yeah, we can't really do that. It's banned. I think we're also gonna go with a cautious mentality here, because if we could break away and hit them on the counter, I think that's because defensive always seems to be... I think it's fine. Defensive is fine. Maybe we should try and go defensive here against them. It's probably the best choice, to be honest, even at home. Yeah, I mean, they're so much better than us, so let's just do that. So, for today's game, it's gonna be Birucci in goal, who has had a pretty damn good season so far. 10 apps for him. Luca is gonna be in there because we have an injury for Hopfer. Otherwise, I would have played Hopfer, but Luca is gonna get this one. Caron is also gonna get this one because we also have an injury to, what's his name? Tressa. Tressa is out with an injury as well. They are almost getting back now, Tressa here, but I'm not gonna take the risk. Reis is going to play on the left, Benali on the inverted wingback role. He's been playing mostly there. He's actually had quite a few games there. I don't really trust Reinhardt all that much to play that role right now for some reason. But yeah, Benali has been doing okay, but not fantastic. It's probably not the best choice in the world there for the inverted wingback, but it's okay. Flamel and Valencia in the defensive midfield. They're probably the ones that have been playing there mostly, to be said. Yeah, they are. Ramirez is going to get a start because they had a really good game in one of the cups, and I'm going to give it over Da Silva here. Da Silva is going to be on the bench instead. Tinaklier is going to be playing the inverted winger. He's probably the best. He's probably the one that I am trusting most over there right now. More interesting, we have Gregolin as the pressing forward. Yeah, so he has... Now, here's the thing. Our big signing, Jerry Correa, he's been awful. Just awful. Just straight up awful. He's scored 1 goal in, almost 9 games now. He's just been awful. Gregolin has just taken his place, and he is scoring goals, he's getting assists, he's been overall pretty good. So yeah, he's gonna get that. I don't care. I don't care if he's gonna be, £3,000 substitute here, but it is what it is. Gregolin is just getting it. He's getting it over the line. He's our top goal scorer right now, so yeah, of course he's gonna be in there. DePauler all the way up top here as the advanced forward. He's pretty good in the air, DePauler. Sometimes he's just getting some good headers and yeah, getting some goals that way. But this time around, yeah, definitely Tinaklier is more of an assister rather than a goal scorer. He got 4 assists this time around. On the bench, we got Giordano, who is actually getting a bit of playtime as well here as the goalkeeper, and he's doing okay, so that's good. Inikai, Rodriguez, Reinhardt, Vanderson, Paulo, Gonçalves, Da Silva, Gaubert. Yeah, that's not really... We have a couple of injuries on the inverted wing role here, and also playing Gregolin, who would normally be second choice on the inverted winger, but he's just taking this place, so we are lacking a little bit in the inverted winger role here as a second choice. Correa as well on the bench. So yeah, that's about it. Let's get in there and probably get hammered by by Benfica. 20 minutes in and still not conceded. So I mean, that's pretty good. I'll take that. I'll take that. And we also had a chance. We actually did get a chance on target as well. So I can't really complain too much. We're just sitting really far back, of course. We don't have possession at all. I haven't seen a highlight for them in open play. It's only been set pieces, which I kind of expected. I think everything we're seeing here is what I kind of expected. Maybe except from them not scoring, because I thought they would have scored by now, but... So I'm pretty happy. But one change I will make here after 26 minutes is that I don't think playing down the left and right hand side seems to be working. So I'm gonna do that. I also think we're gonna go one back here and one back here in passing directness and attacking with. Just before halftime, while we have an injured player out, they do manage to find a goal from a set piece, unfortunately. So yeah, there it is. Well, that was kind of unlucky. Yeah, 45 minutes plus 1 here. They scored halftime. Andres Ramirez was out with an injury while that happened, and we are of course gonna sub him off. But I think overall we are not doing too bad here. I'm not really too concerned. Okay, I'm not really too concerned about it, to be honest. It's I don't think there is anything we can really change here to make it any better. We're just up against, you know, an opponent that are just so far better than us that is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what I could change to try. I mean, we are never gonna... The problem is just taking the ball from them in the first place. They are so good on the ball, Benfica, that we can't take them all. We don't... even with us having a pretty good pressuring team, we can't even take it from them. It's just not happening. They're just too good on the ball. Yeah, let's just continue how we're playing here. I don't see anything here that makes any sense to change. Alright, so it is 64 minutes in, and match momentum is slowing down a little bit here in the second half for them, and we do have 2 more chances actually in the second half here. I think we need to make some subs, but more importantly, we also need to make a change to try and see if we can edge this over the line where we could get a few more chances for ourselves. So let's go into the tactics and subs here. So what I'm thinking is we probably want some new legs out there on maybe the midfield and maybe also the winger area. I probably want to put Carrera in there. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Gregolin is actually nervous, but he do have the legs to run out there. So I think the power is probably coming out here, and I'm probably going to move them around because I want the faster player on the advanced forward and the pressing player. I think Carrera is probably more of a pressing forward than he is an advanced because of his speed. So we don't really get someone who is very fast out there probably, but he's still a good player, he just haven't showed it yet. And I also think Flamel here, he's motivated but 6.3, we probably need someone who is a little bit better on the ball. Paulo? He's not really better on the ball, but I think also just fresh legs is probably going to be it. So, what are we going to do in terms of when we do get possession? And also, I think we're moving this to cautious. I also think we're going to put the inverted winger on attack and probably tell our defensive midfielder to be a little bit more defensive. So we are structured, but we have 3 attackers who's going to run in behind them now. So the question is, how could we potentially get away with this? I think actually run a defense might work out here. I think we want to make our... When they do get the ball up there, the inverted winger and strikers and stuff, we probably want them to run at them a little bit more than what they have done so far. But otherwise, I'm not sure if we want to change anything other than that, actually. Maybe mix crosses? Nah, I don't think so. I think low crosses is probably still going to be our best chance. We could try and take the hit early crosses out, so we are just running further up before they're hitting that cross. I don't know if that's going to work, because, again, they're just so much better than us, so they could probably just tackle us and get the ball off us, but I'm going to try and do it anyway. 10 minutes later, Luca is bringing it in to Tenaglia, who's going to run down the line here and just cross it in first time. Gregolin with a heading goal. But just 2 minutes later, Benfica is going to get lucky, extremely lucky with this one. A long shot that is deflected in. I don't like it at all. Full time, 2-1 for Benfica. Now here is the thing. We did have 2 massive chances near the end in the overtime to bring it back to 2-2. We didn't manage. We actually hit the post as well back there. It doesn't say it, but we did absolutely hit the post. I don't know why it doesn't register it every single time, but we did hit the post. So I think overall I'm actually kind of happy with not the result, but I'm happy with the performance. I think we did pretty well here. The match momentum went in our way or in our direction after the changes later on, and I had the feeling that we could push them a little bit. And you know what? I think they were lucky with this goal. That long, I mean, of course they should probably score 2 times against us, but defensively speaking, we did quite well. And also going forward, we managed to find a goal, which is already there, pretty damn decent. And we also created a good amount of chances near the end where we could have gotten that second goal to bring it back to draw. You know what? I'm okay with this. This was way better than I thought it could have done. It could have been a lot worse, right? It could have been a much worse situation for us. Okie dokie, so straight into the next one here, which is a League Cup game. Yeah, not the league, but we are up against BBT, who is 7th in the league, and they are kind of tiki-taka, passing it around. Quite a lot of shot on percentage here. Yeah, they are pretty good when they do get a chance, apparently. 4-3-3, okay. What I really like to see here is that they are really poor on set-piece chance creation and also defensive near post, so they're probably not that great in the air. But of course, them being a fairly good team, they have plenty of strengths. We are again at home against them, and this is how they're playing when they are away from home. Average position with the ball is fairly wide. That is interesting. Very typical 4-3-3, of course. Well, there is definitely going to be space behind them, right? There's definitely going to be some space behind them. Even without the ball here, they are, well, they're probably a mid-block, but they're fairly wide, actually. It's not a narrow formation when they are defending, which is probably good for us. Also, again, there's probably going to be space in behind on the wings here, maybe especially on this side. Well, Seeing this, I don't think I am extremely scared here. I think there is a chance we could do something against them. So actually, not for this game, but just generally, I think I want to put my inverted winger on attack and also the defensive midfielder on defend for the future here. Let's save that, because I think that's probably gonna be better overall for the season. And yeah, I think then we're going over to next match only here. No, actually, let's keep it at all matches here, because I also think the overlap is good, but the underlap, I don't think we actually want to do that. So I'm gonna take that one out and then save it once more, because that's probably gonna be more what we want to do in the future. And then we're going over to next match only, and then we're gonna change things in here. So what I'm thinking against these guys is probably we do want to go narrow. We probably want to be fairly direct. Play for set pieces, obviously, because they were not good on the set pieces. Pass into space, yeah, that makes sense. I'm wondering if we should try and play into the mid here, into our defensive midfielder, and that could create space behind them. I think that might be because they're playing even when they are defensive or in transition, they're fairly wide. So maybe we can play it into the mid and then out to one of our wide guys, either the wing back or the winger over there. I think we're gonna try and play through the mid here. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh wow, I just remembered, guys. Oh no, not again. Not again. I broke my own rule. We focused down the right-hand side in the last game. I completely broke my rule again. Oh, it's banned. It's banned. It's banned for another year, right? Focus, play down the right-hand side is gonna be banned for another year. I broke my rule again. It happens too often, man. It's not because it's just I forget what it is. I actually thought it was something else in here. I just don't know what it was. Oh, I thought it was underlap. I thought it was the underlap, but no, it's focus down the right. Well, it's gonna be banned for another year. Anyway, let's figure out who we're gonna play in this one. I think we're gonna put out probably not the best team. Alright then, so it is gonna be very heavily rotated. Giordano in goal, Luca, Caron, Rodriguez, Reinhardt, João Paulo on the defensive midfield role, Vieira, Volante, Benali is gonna go up and play winger. We actually have a couple of issues with injuries on that side, so Benali is gonna play there. Vanderson is gonna play inverted winger. Is that gonna help us? I don't know, but we're gonna try it anyway. Gaubert is gonna, I just personalized this role for him. Deep lying forward on support for Gaubert and Correa up top. Is this gonna be good? It depends on their team. If they are gonna put out some of their rotational options as well, then I think we're gonna be okay. It's still gonna be a tough game, but if they're just gonna put out their best team, yeah, then we're probably gonna get killed. But anyway, let's go out there and see if we're gonna get killed or not. Oh, team selection. There must be at least 2 under 21 Portuguese players in the starting 11. Whoops. Really? Do we not have a single one out there that is under 21? Is he not under 21? Oh, he's French. He's homegrown, but he's not Portuguese. So we need to find Portuguese players. I guess Gonçalves maybe instead of Vieira here. That could help us. Wow, I actually had to dig really deep here. We don't have a lot of Portuguese players anymore. Most of them are just Brazilians. I think Milo here is gonna get a chance instead of Caron. Is that okay? Is that okay, game? Yes, it is. Okay, good. We're good. 23 minutes in, Correa on a set piece, and we didn't really win the first header, but it ends up at Luca and then all the way over to Benali on the far post. Right, I kind of forgot to pause it after 20 minutes here, actually, but I mean, 1-0 up now. I don't really have a lot of complaints. We are not really sitting on the game. We don't have the possession, which I didn't think that would happen. I do think that they also are playing probably their weaker kind of squad or their rotational options. At least that's, I mean, compared to what is happening, unless I just hit it spot on with the tactic, which I don't really believe is the case, I think they're probably playing a bit of a weaker team than what they would normally do. But yeah, so far so good. I can't really complain. We're playing through the mid, often on the left-hand side, probably because both of our players on the right-hand side is on attack, right? They're not really, you know, yeah, the inverted wing back, the winger, and also the defensive midfield, so the volante, they are all on support. So a lot of the play is going through the left-hand side right now, but often it ends up over here, or we get a set piece or something like that. So, so far so good, I would say. First highlight for them, and they do score on it. It's a set piece, and it's actually a pretty good goal. Can't really complain too much here. But after 39, this is gonna happen, and this time around, I do want to complain, because it is our former player, Verhaak, with a long shot, and it is a brilliant one. Alright. right, so that's half time. Yeah, getting 2 goals against us here, I think that's a bit unfortunate. That shouldn't really happen too often. We have 2 shots on target against us, and they scored on both of them. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Unfortunately, that happened. So very good goal by Wilhak, right? Very good goal by him. So a former player absolutely destroying us here. What I did think we probably wanted to do is probably bring the inverted wing back to support, because we don't really have enough connection in our way of attacking right now. It's very often just going out here and then crossing it over, instead of maybe sometimes they could try and find Paulinho dropping a little bit deeper. I think that should be better, but I don't know. Other than that, I don't really have anything to change. We played probably the best. Or I think we were okay when we are converting into an attack. We just don't have the ball that much, and that's often the case in this league, or against or against teams like these guys. They are just so much better players than us, so we can't really take the ball off them that often. And when we do, we need to make sure that our attacks are just spot on. 87 minutes in, Reinhardt is playing into Da Silva, and Da Silva is gonna run down the line here, and he's gonna find Mbalo, who came on as a sub to squeeze it in. Final result is a 2-2, and I am overall pretty happy with that. I think that's yeah, I mean, we definitely were the better team in the second half. We kind of pushed them to actually try and win it. We had one good chance for DePauler near the end, like in the overtime, very late in the overtime, and we almost took all 3 points, but we couldn't manage to get it. But here is the fact, right? The League Cup is not that important to us, and getting a result like this against a pretty good team, I'm okay with that. I think performance-wise, this was fantastic. So after those 2 matches, we are now 10th in the league, with one of them being in the league, of course, and the other one, we got 1 point in the League Cup. I don't even know, are we playing Porto again, or what is going on in this one? I don't even know what's gonna happen there. Yeah, it doesn't even say. There is nothing in the schedule here, is there? No. Or maybe near the end. Nope, there is nothing. So I don't know what's gonna happen in the League Cup, but to be honest, guys, I don't really care. Next time we're actually gonna play BVT again, but yeah, that is probably gonna be in another episode. Yeah, I think that's probably an ideal choice here. I'm coming back, not too late, because we do probably want to take a look at, I think I'm coming back here near the end of December, and maybe playing a game in January as well, because we want to do all the contracts and talk about that as well. So I think I'm just gonna do more episodes per season right now rather than not, and also making the episodes a little bit shorter, like this one, fairly short compared to what I normally do. So I think that's what we're gonna do here. So I'm probably gonna come back at the end of December. But anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this. Let's go over here. Yeah, let's take a look here. So how big is our club actually now in terms of money? Where are 6.53 million? That is massive. How I don't even remember what it was to begin with. Probably just couple of 100,000 or something like that. So yeah, that's very, very big. But yeah, anyway, guys, I hope you really are enjoying these episodes. If you do, well, do all the things of leave a like and all of that, right? Anyway, I'll see you around next time.